You're listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, episode 68.
Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, where positivity and spirituality create an enhanced life's journey with the wisdom of Ifa and Orisha. I am your host, Omileti Olubunmi.
Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. I am Omileti Olubunmi. Thank you for spending some of your time with me to talk about all things Orisha, spirituality, and growth. So turn up the volume in your car. This, unless you really do like your earbuds, it's a good one for earbuds too, but this is a good one to hear. Grab a cup of coffee or tea, have a sit down, let's go on a walk, let's exercise. Just grab something good to drink and let's chat. This episode is being brought to you by Olubunmi Creations. You are loving Orisha things. You know that there is art out there. You know, for example, that if you love Yemaya, there are original art prints there for Yemaya, Ogunga, Legba, and many more combinations, and also great sayings. And guess what? After much alluding and much hesitating, because it is scary to start a new venture, yes, the t-shirts have been listed. A bunch have been listed. Yes, you can just start getting ready to pre-order them and be the first to own your Orisha swag. There are some great t-shirts there. There are mugs too, t-shirts and mugs, and they're going to be shipped out soon. They're going to be made, each one not in a factory, but they're going to be made by hand and with care. Be the first to claim yours in your size. Woo! So very excited. I should have something about clapping somewhere, but I don't know which sound it is, so I don't want to start pressing buttons, but one of these days I'm going to get the clapping one. This is very exciting. I honestly can't wait to see you wear some of your Orisha Wisdom merch and Orisha gear and drinking out of your mugs out there on social media. So for you to get your hands on it, go to orishawisdom.com/Iya Omileti, or go to bit.ly/OC for Olubunmi Creations on Etsy. And unfortunately, I just haven't been able to put it all out on the Olubunmi Creations website. So you know what? I don't want to keep this on delay any longer. And I'm just going to put it on Etsy for the now. So with that, let's get this episode going. Everybody, I'm about to show my age. Big time. Remember the Will Smith song, Summer, Summer, Summertime? And we would all be jamming outside and watching the guys in the ball court while we were eating 10-cent ices. Anyway, this has been a really nice summer. We are sort of coming out of COVID strangeness from last year. This is the year that many spiritual houses and egg biz have the question is have opened up public events. More folks have been invited to ochas, bembes, pending abos that, you were supposed to travel for, and they have been carried out. It's a little strange, but some things have occurred. I know that you've heard this before. When in question, wear white, right? You've heard this. This is not anything new. But there are a few things that we still need to remember, as color is not enough, especially in the summer time. I need to get the song, but then I might get in trouble with Will Smith, and I really like him, and I don't want to get into a fight with him. So we're going to talk about that. I have picked up a couple of points. It's still kind of warm out there, starting to cool down since we are in the beginning of, well, at least I'm recording this in the beginning of September. And the weather's about to start getting tricky, but I'm hoping that you pick up some gems here, because They will save you grief, embarrassment, and a tough time at events or abos. So with that, again, I'm going to go through each of the bullets that I have written down for you. Whether it be summer or not, and yes, I know that it's going to be hot in the summer. I know. Please don't roll your eyes at me. Do not wear camis. I'm starting out with this one because but don't wear them. These are the little tank tops for ladies who have a small strap. Just don't. We don't want to see any mishap with your bra, your boobs, or anything go down with your shirt. And boy, oh boy, can that happen at events. You're bending down, you're doing whatever. It can cause a lot of issues. Don't do it. Don't do it. T-shirts are fine. There are enough shirts out there to still keep you covered and sort of cool. Just get it done. No one ever at any event or abode, this is a new bullet. No one, and I mean no one, at any place of religious worship wishes to see your midriff. This goes especially to women. Once I was privy to be around a person who was getting spiritual work done, and although she was told not to wear camis, she not only brought her camis, but she brought short ones too, and short shirts. She had to borrow some of our shawls in order to cover up. There are a lot of reasons why the no. For one, this is a religious event. We really don't need to see as much skin out there. We just don't. And maybe in Africa, it's okay that the women wear nothing from the waist up, and that's great. We're not there. I'm in the United States. We just don't do that. It's just not seen well here. And if you are at an event where, let's say, the priest is male or the priest is female and the spouse is there, that could cause some issues. Don't do it. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. Since we're in the subject of heat, let's talk about shorts. Some folks get the memo that they need to wear white. And they got it. They're going to wear white. And they bring shorts that are riding up their behinds or wear pants that are way too revealing. So in this, I guess we could talk about shorts and pants. When it comes to the traditions, no matter if it's 115 degrees outside, out of respect, never should shorts be worn, especially by women. I know, you guys are grunting. Just please don't. I think that depending on the situation, most boys can wear, like young boys and even teenagers, they can get away with wearing shorts. Of course, they're not going to wear short shorts, but shorts. Men I have seen have worn shorts, like the ones that go past the knee. However, for men, it is still respectful to wear long pants. Yeah, it's going to be hot. You will not die, I promise. Truth be told, no matter what the temperature is outside or inside, all women must wear long skirts. Now, I understand some of you are screaming already, yeah, but in my ita it says that I could wear pants. Okay, that's great. You wear whatever your ita says. We're not talking about you. We're talking about everyone else. If you are a woman, you should wear skirts. Now, if it comes to the point of sexual orientation, this can be a little dicey when it comes to what to wear. So let's say that you are a gay woman and you do not want to wear a skirt. What do? I would speak to the person who is hosting the event, your ebo, your priest, whoever, and see what that house's rules are when it comes to wearing skirts. Okay, because many houses are different. Some houses are, if you are a woman, even if you're gay, you wear a skirt, period, end of story. Some houses are, if you do not like to, don't do it, then that's the rules of those houses. Some houses are the sex that you were born into, that is what we adhere to. So it just gets really, really tricky. And I suggest that depending on the house that you are going to go to or you are visiting or you are participating in an ebo, ask these questions. Okay? Now let's talk about skirts. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. Boy, oh boy. I know many, and I know that many women do not like to wear skirts. And they complain and they hate it. To you, I say I'm sorry. But on the most part, this is a mandatory thing in our traditions. If you got your godparents' special permissions to wear pants, as I've said before, wear that. It's okay. Make sure that they are loose and not tight and always white. And count your blessings that you're able to wear them. Now, again, for the rest of us, here we go. This is not the final list, but I'm hoping that this will spark a conversation amongst us in the community. The skirts has to be long. All skirts have to be long. Do you want to know how long? Like measurements? By your ankles is more than acceptable. Anything longer will be uncomfortable for you to move around in because you could trip and all of that stuff. Anything shorter might be deemed disrespectful, especially by the elders who are present. I know that there was a skirt that I had because I'm 5'7", so I had a skirt, bought it. It's not, anything special, just bought it. And it was halfway through my calves. And I actually thought it was okay. I remember one time I showed up to something that I needed to do and they said, that skirt is too short. And I'm like, wait, what? It's a skirt. It's long. It wasn't long enough. So figure out with the people that you're working with, what is going to be the best length. Now, let's talk about fabric. The best fabric to wear is cotton or a cotton blend. 100% cotton is always what is traditionally worn, but a cotton blend can work. What type of skirt? Not the tight-fitting type. It's just tight-fitting type. Yeah, it was like a little tongue twister there. Polyester stretchy is usually not a go-to unless it's not like I think it all depends. Different styles are acceptable, but when it comes to just that flat pencil style that is just a little stretchy, it's not a go because then it could curve your body a little too much. And then again, we go into the whole disrespectful arena. So let's say that you're going to a bembe. Know the things, and you know the things that we must do as women on the dance floor. You're going to have a lot of fun when you begin to dance. And for all of you wallflowers, just honestly this is a side note, just have a little bit of fun out there and just dance. Even if it is in the back in your area because you're, alalejo or a brand new Orisha, just dance. Have a good time. Okay, back to the skirts. For you Latino people, have you ever seen the bomba y plena skirts? They're perfect, but they can be a little bit pricey. But they're still great and then this is for everybody. You can get the boho or peasant skirts. They are the ones that have like the different levels, different tiers. So it's wider by the feet than what it is by the waist. And it's usually very stretchy by the waist. It's quite beautiful when women are dancing, actually. Another way to look for the skirts are by looking at the gypsy tiered skirts. Make sure that they're all white though. Sometimes they have like little colors and stuff. Just go for white. You can't go wrong. I've gotten lucky at the end of the summer season for sales at big stores like Kohl's and I forgot some other ones. It escapes my Belk's, but I got it online and it was like a long skirt and it was quite wide at the bottom. And I got really, really lucky and got a sale on it. So go ahead and you can get them there. On Etsy, you can totally get them done by vendors who cater to our community. And yes, you can find skirts on Amazon as well by either white boho skirts, white gypsy skirts, white tiered skirts. So I will create a link on the show notes so that you can kind of see what is currently available by one of those searches and you can just have a good time. And when you see them, especially in the size and the style that you want, get them. Even if you don't wear them right away, because when you need them, it's like you won't be able to find them. And they're a little more difficult to find in the winter. So right now is actually a really good time to get them. I try not to spend more than $25 per skirt. But sometimes you just might need to have that skirt for that particular event and you want it sewn by so-and-so and it has to be a certain wide. So you might need to spend a little bit more, but it doesn't have to be $100 or $80, okay? I'm just saying that. I'm throwing numbers out there. For those of you who are savvy with a sewing machine, there are many online tutorials out there on how to sew a tiered skirt. And you can sew 1 or 12 or 6 or whatever for you. For some of you, this will be the best thing ever since you're handy with a sewing machine. And guess what? You can just get a bunch of 100% cotton fabric. And guess what? You can still use that same fabric to make the headdresses to cover your head. Like the quillas that go, like it could be a square or a triangle. I think I'm going to cover that soon, so I'll wait until then. So super ninja tip for you guys. White fabric is used in full of the squares and a triangle for your head, and it's easy to keep at home. So if you want, you hem it so it could last a long time. And if you're handy with a machine, that's great. Or you could have it hemmed somewhere and it's still very inexpensive. Okay, another great tip for the style of the skirts that you guys can have is the wraparound skirts. They are known in African stores or African markets as lapas. So it's like a big rectangular fabric and you start from the back and then you kind of twist it around your waist until it fits your waist. And I've also found them as beach sarongs. And I found them aplenty, especially right before the summer and during the summer, and then on sale when the season was over. So remember, there's still time for you to get your hands on some wraparound skirts and stuff. All right, secret over. Another thing to chat about would be the headgear, which can double up as shawls. I found them very, very useful when I needed extra coverage for whatever. I would have a shawl and it could double up as a head wrap. Like when mine got dirty, if something happened and, I don't know, some Orisha came down and now Apple is all over my head because of whatever the Orisha did. And I'm like, shoot, now my head thing is dirty. I can take off that shawl and I can wrap my head and I'm good. Here's a major tip for you. If you are traveling to do an abo in someone's house and it's summertime or anytime, I think this will go for any time. Be sure that your attire is not too revealing for your body. I understand that you're gorgeous and you're beautiful and you're so excited to show off yourself to the universe. If you choose to wear whatever you like at night, you can. But be sure that you're not parading around in that little skimpy night attire when you're visiting a priest. If you want to do that, then bring a robe, please. You will be surprised the issues that can come from that action. Even if you're just used to doing this at home, this can cause issues. And that's one thing that we do not want to get into is the challenges of then having to deal with the wife or the girlfriend or other women in the house. And there's this, person parading around in very, very short outfit or, a chemise or something like that. Just please be mindful. Men, yes, I did not forget about you. White caps work. We're talking about headgear. In a pinch, a pirate's cap will work too. Basically, remember that piece of fabric that I mentioned for women? You guys can still buy 100% cotton and you cut it into those big triangles and there you go. Head wrap done. And you can always have. Remember that cloth that I said you can make into a triangle. Just remember it and you can keep it around. Because what you're going to do is you're going to have to start keeping like your white section. So there you go. Use that. Of course, you can use the Kangol hats, fedoras. Kufis are really good. If you know somebody who crochets, just have them make you a few. It's not going to be like that much. What? You can get them for like $5-10 each. Let's have somebody crochet them for you. The point is to keep your head covered at events and during your spiritual work. Men, we all love skinny jeans, but please, we don't want to see your intimate secrets either. A bit looseness is more respectful because, for one, you might need to bend. There may be a lot of movement in this tradition. It's quite active. You may need to go to the floor, do ballet, and who knows what else. Comfort is going to be of most importance, as well as showing respect in a spiritual event to those elders and ladies and just everyone all together. Men. Now, this one's a bit dicey. Again, this is going to vary by where you are going. As many men love to wear tank tops. I get it, like the wife beater type. However, many folks will tell you that it is not advisable at an event. And it should be a shirt with a sleeve. Short sleeve, of course, is fine, especially in the summer. And yes, we know it's hot, but you will not die. We just wanted this to be a respectful arena. Now, if in the house that you are in, it is acceptable, just ignore that I said that. I'm just talking for the most part. Men, I know that you're hip and cool and all that, but please pick up your pants. We don't want to see your undies at religious events or ebos ever. Please, even if you're the hot drummer or akpong or anything, please pick up your pants, please. Please. I'm not going to explain further. Please, just please. And thank you in advance. Major tip. Before traveling or when attending an event, please be sure to be thorough in asking what to bring as the dress code. Man, take notes. Ask whatever questions you want and be sure to take notes if you have to. Just knowing that you are good when it comes to the right dress code will help you in feeling comfortable in our new environment, in your new environment, and yes, even in the summer. So I've just covered just a few of the things. What did you think of this? Because, yes, as you can imagine, you've reached the end of this episode. For show notes, go to orishawisdom.com/68. Remember, yes, Orisha swag is here. This is actually the first time that I'm openly putting it out there that it is here. Grab your shirts. If you are one that you love the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, this is a great way to support us. If you love Yamaya, if you love Ogun, if you love, what do you love? You like a saying? There's some really cool ones out there. I think, let me see. I don't know if I posted it, but I know that it is something that says, hold on, let me call my babalao. That's one of my favorites. And there's a lot of fun sayings that you can show your love, and it's all being done by hand. So go there and check it out by bit.ly/OC on Etsy, or you can go to orishawisdom.com/Iya Omileti. So keep your eyes on your emails, keep your eyes and your ears on the podcast. Okay. Get the last of the specially designed jewelry that is all handmade, because when they're gone, that's it. And for those of you who have gotten your metal stamped Orisha things, your rings, your earrings, all of your stuff, there's small amounts left. And for those of you who have gotten some of the stuff that is there before I close that aspect, congratulations and thank you. If you have found value in what I do and the content that I create, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Iya Omileti, and you will have access to the podcasts before they are published and other perks, because we have had things that have been mailed. We have had special calls. There's a lot of other things that will come with that perk. If you liked this episode and you found it valuable and you think that somebody else can enjoy it on their spiritual growth as well as yours, share it. Share this podcast episode and somebody else will hopefully get something out of it, especially this episode, which I think will be useful. And I would be so grateful if you have a few minutes, you would leave us a review especially on iTunes. But if you leave me a review on Podbean, because that is where I normally post, I am still very, very, very grateful. And if you're on YouTube, like the episode and subscribe and click on that little bell icon so that you will be the first to know when there is a new video uploaded. Stay tuned for the next episode where we will go through one of your questions from Ask a Priest. I can't wait. Until next time, may the elevated ancestors and all Orisha bless you immensely. Odabo.
Thank you for listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. Be sure to check out the show notes at orishawisdom.com/podcast. Can't get enough of Orisha Wisdom? Check us out at orishawisdom.com and subscribe to our community. Remember, the wisdom of Ifa and Orisha is all around us. Be blessed, and until next time.